My moving starter base works, but only when it's completely stationary. Right now, it's hooked up to a bunch of water wheels, which is great until I actually want to use the train part of the train. Because the moment I move it, all that power gets left behind. So I need a portable power source. And what better way to do that than a fully functional steam engine producing over 60,000 SU built directly onto a train wagon. Welcome back to Just Create. Where to get started today, I want to throw myself right into this, and that means requesting whatever I already have in my storage, which wasn't as much as last time, but still a start nonetheless. Let's get this checked off the material list, and how many pages are left? Well, we got rid of a bit over an entire page. I'll take that. For the rest of this, I'm just going to spend some time here in the storage seeing what I can put together. Am I hearing things? Oh, I wish we had... What? Got pretty much everything we're going to need now, but I'm still missing just a couple of bits here. Luckily for me, I do have a bunch of sturdy sheets already, which we can go ahead and turn into a bunch of train casings. And I've used up all my precision mechanisms though. Oh, right. Let's see if we can craft out in another 32 of these then. Just means that we're gonna need 160 of all of the components. There we go. Let's just get the gold pressed down real quick. Down here by the spawn workshop, I'm pretty sure there isn't a machine for this, but actually I remember seeing one right here, which well, it will do, I think. 1,000 years later. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how many we get. Definitely seeing mostly precision mechanisms at least. Oh, and the iron. My internet is really struggling at the moment, but we got 27. I mean, I'll take it. This should last us. I have competition? Wait, what? Rofo? No. What are these prices? Wait, what? Did he have a farm? Or does Rofo have a farm? There's not a farm in there. Okay, I think we need to go have a chat with Rofo. Hello?
Hello? Oh, hi Stam.
Hi.
Are you okay?
Maybe not, actually.
Oh no, what's the matter?
Well, I see that you set up a shop.
I haven't set up a shop.
Yes, you have.
Prove it.
Gladly.
I don't
right
know
over here.
what you're talking about, Stam.
Well, I know you're old and everything, but you really shouldn't be forgetting that the fact that you built an entire building.
I'm not that old. Wait, what is this building?
This is your shop.
Okay, where does it say it's my shop, Stam?
Oh, you will see. I think it's pretty clear.
Well, it's tough. Oh wait, let me put that away. Sorry.
Yeah, and you're holding iron as well, so like clearly you've got.
Listen, I was crafting. Okay, I was crafting my next contraption. Mm-hmm. And does that look like it? Doesn't even look like me. Do I do those poses?
Oh, I could definitely see you do that pose.
I mean, I am quite flexible, so I could do that pose if I wanted to.
See?
I just don't do it often. I think there's something going on here that I'm being set up for. I think best person to probably speak to is Mr. B. It's going to be Mr. B.
Also, have you seen these prices? They're undercutting mine by so much.
I mean, that's not a bad thing, is it?
It's a terrible thing. Do you know where the iron's even come from? Because I haven't found a farm for it here.
Well, I've been doing a lot of digging.
Oh, so it is your shop.
I'm not saying it's my shop. What I'm saying is I've done a lot of digging, but this isn't my shop. I honestly go speak to Mr. B. I'm sure he knows something about this because he is. Have you seen his horse?
Well, I stole his horse like the first day.
Okay.
I don't
he's
know
been
what happened
complaining
after.
that it's gone for a long time.
Yeah, because Froggy had it under her base. I don't know if it's still there.
And all of a sudden, it's back.
It's back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to, link things together. 1 + 1 is 3.
Okay. Well, you have some diamonds here. I guess, considering it's your shop and everything.
Oh, I have some diamonds.
Oh, you can't even take them. Okay, this isn't your shop. Okay, I'll go to talk to Mr. Beardy, I guess.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't do that to you, Stam.
Okay, I happen to know for a fact that Mr. B does not have an iron farm. And, well, 50,000 iron is a lot, but I did have 80,000 iron yesterday. Have they pulled the Foxy? Okay, this is new. Vault's still here. Not grabbing it from there. Okay, they're not siphoning it off, at least. Right. I think we need to go have a chat with Beardy. How are we going to get Beardy to talk? Well, I have a flint. I have a knife. And I have the perfect idea. I'm pretty sure Beardy knows about the fact that, yep, Foxy has a baby chicken. So if I just come from this direction, maybe I can scare him into thinking I have a baby chicken. I'm going to let it loose on all of his base. Or that I've hid one in his base. And I'll only tell him where it is. Oi!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Beardy! Hey, come back here.
Hello.
Come back here.
Hi.
Hi.
You're looking very menacing. You have a knife out. That's never a good sign.
No, it isn't a good sign, especially not for you, because I've heard that you might have committed a robbery.
What? What makes you say that?
Well, there's this, you know, definitely not suspicious iron shop that's selling iron for stupidly cheap prices, and I just happened to have a look around. There's no iron farm in sight.
Oh.
And
so why have you come to me? Is this my iron farm, is it?
Well, no, I had a little chat with the owner of said iron shop, and well, he said he got it from you.
Who is the owner of this iron shop?
I don't give away my sources, but I do have this flint and steel here, and I will set you on fire.
Right. Well, in that case, I'll just tell you everything. So.
Oh, great. Oh, I don't even have to go get the baby chicken.
No.
Okay.
No. I will definitely tell you everything. I'll definitely tell you everything. Yeah. So I was down there by my tree farm. And I was approached by 3 criminals who basically, they gave me this book.
Stam's request?
Yep. And I read it, and at first I believed it, but then I looked a bit closer at the book.
I'm worried Fox is going to steal it all. I am actually worried about that, though.
Yeah, exactly. It's very convincing. But if you actually look at the book, it's signed by Rofo Rex. Yeah,
oh,
and that's when I
lied
started
to
to lose faith.
So wait, you said 3 individuals, though?
Yes. There was also Blockdown and Frog.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and basically they said if I didn't go on the mission with them, then I will never get my horse back. So I went on the mission with them, and then they gave me a horse back.
They killed the horse?
Well, it's not it. Yeah.
Amateurs. So you're saying that the iron in the iron farm is actually mine?
I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, who owns the iron shop?
Well, Rofo, and he signed this, so...
Then yes, it's definitely your stolen iron.
Oh, okay.
100%, without a doubt. You said it's cheap, though. I might go buy some.
No, hey.
What?
I'll let the baby chicken loose.
The thing is, the only things I have around here to eat, other than myself,
is your horse.
a horse that's not mine, a cow. I've still only got one, by the way, just for the record, and 2 sheep. So yeah, I've dobbed in my criminal counterparts. But then, as I say, I was forced onto the heist. I didn't do it by choice. I was just trying to save my horse, which turns out was already dead the whole time.
Wow.
So I've got just as much revenge to get as you.
Bye, Beardy.
Bye. I'm gonna go get some iron.
Why didn't you just take any iron when you were robbing me?
Because I don't steal stuff, Stam. I mean, I know technically I did steal that, but only because I was forced.
I've got to figure out an idea. I'm thinking it may involve some TNT. But first, I want to do a little bit of work on my actual base while I make that plan a little better. Because right now it would just be blowing into smithereens. And I don't know if that would accomplish anything other than, you know, making me look like the bad guy. Currently, I've got a bit of an issue with where to place this new wagon. As well, the mountainside doesn't really have any great flat areas left. Then, well, I mean, I do have that, I guess. But I think it'd look a little weird if I put a train wagon up here. Especially since this is on the diagonal and the train wagon can't be on the diagonal. So I do think I want to put it behind the actual locomotive for all this, which I think I'm going to redesign the cabin of this. I do really like the front. The front is staying. But I was thinking we could just continue digging off in this direction and get it fitted there. But since it's going to be a little dark doing that, I figure since we have a little bit of flat area here, no one's brought in any tracks yet, we could probably use this area to build this wagon up. And well, we're actually building 2 wagons. So let's get our start with a terrain track coming through. And I don't really think it's going to matter which direction we put the train station on. So I'm going to start it over on this side, getting ourselves our train casings where we're going with the freight option. This this being our first wagon, quite a large gap, and then bringing in our second wagon, where I've got a pretty good undercarriage design going on the other two wagons. So let's replicate that on these two. And if you're wondering why we're building two of these, that's because one of these is going to be a fuel cart and the other one is going to be our steam engine cart. And I think the best way to show how we designed this is to once again hop over to a creative world. I have already been playing around with this for a little bit, but it's far from functional. I've already tried about 2 layouts and yeah, I can't really get this to work. I'm trying my bestest to fit this in here. What I am struggling with at the moment is getting our water in here, where I tried something in the floor, which is not going to work because it doesn't create any source blocks. So instead, to give us more room, rather than having the steam engine up here and having the engines themselves up over this way, I want to have the fluid tanks in the floor and then the steam engines on top of this, which we connect up to here above the roof, and we'll figure out how to get that back in later on. For now, how do we get water in? We're gonna need a pump and we're gonna need cogwheels. I should probably use rotation speed controllers because those are gonna be a lot more efficient on space. Not really. Okay, let's fully focus on the water side of things, where we're just gonna get rid of this. We're gonna pretend that that doesn't exist, and we're going to say that that's gonna be our pump in. That's pretty easy to access to add water in on the outside right there. That's gear ratioed once. We need to get this up to 500 though, and that's going to be 4 gear ratios. So we are definitely going to want to use a speed controller. Maybe we just do that. And if we were to go on the outside here and open this up for a crank, how do we feel about that? Or actually, we don't even need to open up the outside, as instead of the shaft, we just do the crank here on the inside. And we have raised the S units on stress units on this. And that should work. I've just got to get the water in. Have those two as our blocks on the sides. And something I want to make sure is that I can put this water in from the outside, which I can super easily do right there from those doors. And that should make a passive steam engine. Perfect. Okay, great. Now we need to hook up on this side the steam engines, so that once we've got the hand crank started, it will start the rest of it. And I have no idea how we're going to make this look good. Zero idea. My only like whiff of an idea would be something like this. Then that wouldn't connect up in there anyways. Yeah, I think I might have to do something like that to bring those into the middle. And then I really don't want to use like encased chain drives because that's going to be so bulky. But I think I have to. Gearbox right there. Spin. That does start itself. And I mean, the belts are pretty cool. And that's not terrible. Okay. So that means that that's up and running, and that is now generating 2000 SU. We should be able to spin some more things up. First off, being our depot, which we can actually place in right here, where it's currently located. We're then going to need a mechanical arm, and this can really sit anywhere. I just have to be able to... Yeah, okay, no, we're not going to be able to spin the mechanical arm with that as well. No, we're not going to be able to spin this either. Oh, this is difficult. This is fun, though. I've really been enjoying like building this super cramped small machines. Like, we can connect this up now, and, well, if we had lava, if we just do a creative fluid tank for now, right over here, if this was full with lava, we would get lava in the spout, I think. Yes, so that is that part of it working. It's just we need a way to toggle this, don't we? So what if we move this out 1 block, have the cogwheel right here, and then a clutch located right here with a lever on it, and that way we can kickstart it, then we can turn that on. And we have the same hooked up to our mechanical arm, which I'm not going to bother make sure this doesn't, yeah, face through or anything. And even then, I don't even need to go into the space, really. Because I can probably activate everything from this door with a crank. Yeah, okay. And, well, we super easily, what we could do is just a gearbox cog. But that's not going to work because then I can't turn it off. What we really need to do is... we need to get the clutch over here instead. Because that can for example, just run into a gearbox, and then that can run into another gearbox, and there we go. Okay, that works. And if I just add in a bucket in here now, this should now fully power up the steam engine. And in a second here, we should be generating 32,000. Oh, wait a second. 49 and 65,000. Yes, that's a level 4 steam engine in a train wagon. It's sticking out a little bit on the top, but this thing is pretty sick. Back on the server, let's build up the steam wagon, where I've made a few detail changes, swapping out the casing on some of the blocks. Final touch, just the hand crank right there, and this should actually work. I really just gotta test if we can kickstart this. We need to throw in our 2 doors. Placing that in and there. Should create a block in the middle. If we now just spin this, that is starting. It's passive at the moment because it has no heat, but it is generating 2000 SU, which means I can also turn that on, turning the rest of it on. And I love how that closes the door automatically. It's like, yep, ready to go. Right, let's turn that off for now. And let's break that so this turns off because it's loud. Before we tackle the fuel wagon, let's build up the structure of the steam engine, which is basically what you already saw in the creative world. And I do think that just encasing a bunch of the things up here did a lot to help all of the things sticking up blend into the roof, but I also think it looks kind of cool. Final thing on this carriage is going to be some coloring. And, you know, since this is a steam engine, I thought it'd be very, very fitting if we used copper, where I just want to bring in a little bit of exposed coppers to make it look like there's a little bit of age to this. Same thing on these ends, added in a little door where you can look at the boiler. Yeah, that's about it. Where over here you can actually get into this place if you need to add a new bucket. We do need to actually set up the filtering for that, and well, add the bucket in, which, oh, I have empty buckets. Perfect. And actually, there we go. First wagon done though. Let's move on to the second one, where this is mainly going to be fluid tanks. My idea here is we're going to have a copper door right here. That's going to get us in. Then we need a little corridor that leads over to this end, where to fit as many as possible. If we get that in, let's see here. That's a 2x2 tank. That's another 2x2. That's another, and that's a fourth. These should be able to be 3 tall, getting us a total of 96 times 4, which is a number. And now to get these into the main wagon, I'm thinking we just run a bunch of pipes along this corridor here, which is why we did make them 3x3. And then we make that just come out here and connect up to that one. And we'll make those 2 glass. And I think we're going to divide it in the middle here. So this one travels with that wagon, and this one travels with this one. This is going to be the final wagon to the train as far as I know. I mean, if it isn't, that's not really a big deal. I'm actually, maybe it has to be. I have no idea what the limit is for the amount of blocks. We can't be at the limit though. We've only got 4 wagons. But what I'd want to be able to do is disconnect only this wagon from the rest of the train. No idea how that actually is going to work. Maybe with the decoupler. And that means I need a way to drive it. So I was thinking we just add in a little seat and train controls here at the end. And that's because if I'm working in an area and I run out of lava eventually, which I'm probably going to park this in an area for a long time, and instead of packing up the entire train, I can just uncouple the last wagon. I could drive that off, fill it up, or I could switch it out to a new wagon. And I kind of like that idea, or at least the ability to do that. Will I ever use it? No idea. Having got the functional bits down, I'm going for a very, very similar design to the steam engine wagon, bringing up all the copycats and painting the walls with copper. Just getting myself back up here on the roof, as there is a final thing we need to throw in. First, a couple of blast furnaces just to add in a little bit of detail, and then a portable fluid interface, or well, 2 of them actually, because well, I actually don't have a way to fuel this up other than this, so it has to be in contraption form, or I will just add a pipe maybe pumping in. I don't know, pumping in somewhere, because now that I think about it, when we're going to put it there, it's definitely just going to be connected and not in a contraption form, because if it's in a contraption form, then the steam engine obviously doesn't work. But I am pretty confident that this will work. I just don't really want to test it here because I kind of want to get it in there, because I don't really feel like routing the lava here just to then reroute it over into the cavern. But before we get started on the cavern, there is another little problem that we need to deal with, because from the little investigating that I've done, even though I think Froggy and Blockdown has tried pointing this on the new guy, I just noticed that Rofo's bald head is up there, and they've even run a path underneath my terraforming. Nice. This shop is selling my iron for way, way cheaper, and it's also making diamonds, and we can't have that. Now I wonder. Oh, okay. They do have a little staff area. Oh, this is where they got the iron in. I think I have an idea what we're going to do with this. We need to blow their shop up. Not only to send a message, but also to destroy the iron they stole. And hopefully any profits. There's only one problem with that plan, however. I don't have really any gunpowder because I've used it all on rockets. And well, we don't have a gunpowder farm either. And while the bunny Barbie boar is amazing, I kind of want my own drill. And I think I'm going to give this one to Froggy, which here I am being nice after she robbed me, which means that we need to put together a bunch of resources. And I'm just gonna have a look through my storage for a few of these bits. I also need a few more walls, and I've ran out of wood, so cutting down a couple of spruce trees. And turns out drills are quite andesite alloy expensive, so let's grab a few from Master's Farm, which is everything I need to build this drill. All right, let's get our containers, and we'll start with creating a vault 7 blocks long, and then grabbing ourselves our copper drills. I want to use this in front, and ooh, they don't place in a good way. I want to create a 9x9 of these. Grabbing ourselves our deployers, plows, and some girders. I'm going to start building up the side here, of course, with our track placer and our block placer. This can then come out. This one goes down into what's going to become the cart assembler, and this one can come out into there, and we can't place that on there. There we go. Where we can get our rails, cart assembler, and furnace minecart this time around, and place that down on top of there. Now I just want to replicate this on the opposite side, and this is just so that I can line up this entire drill up. If I'm doing a dig that requires me to line it up side by side, I can super easily line it up on this side, and I can do the same on this side. Here in the middle then, I want to throw in a few decorations and functional bits. I want to have a deployer right down the middle. I'm going to have to have a little chat with Chosen though, because I have no idea how to set this up, but I want this to place torches every so often so that we don't get any mobs. Then next to this, I want to have a little catwalk up to a second devil, because I just don't want to be sitting on the ground. And up here, I want to have a little seat, a toolbox where we can throw our rails, cobblestone to place underneath, our torches, just an easy point for us to access. And I'm pretty sure we can access this while it's in contraption mode as well to refill it if needed. And then here we'll have the input and output once we get that built. But for now, we have a drill. Let's make sure lock rotation's on, pick it up, and everything perfect. Now we can go get that sink. With that in my pocket, I think I'm going to wander off over to Beardy's, as he has a mine shaft that I can use to get down to deep state level. Picking up a few small tweaks there, but it's time for us to power up the drill. Where it definitely feels a bit weird already having a drill, considering I didn't even make one last season. But doing things a little differently now that I've got my vanilla edge covered by my forever world, which you should check out even if you have written off, because it's not create. It's pretty cool. Now, Froggy is online at the moment, but after that definitely successful mining trip, I've got a bunch of zinc, and I also have some gunpowder already, apparently. As currently without a creeper farm on the server, the fastest way for me to get gunpowder is definitely just by processing zinc, and I'm sure there's even more inside of the actual drill. I just don't have a dock for it yet, so I have no way to actually get that out of it. So we'll have to sort that out, probably while we're waiting for Blockdown and Froggy to trigger the trap. Just gonna give these a quick wash. 34. Good thing I found that extra, because yeah, that's not gonna be enough for my plants. Although realistically, I shouldn't need too much. I don't think graves break either, so hopefully they don't lose their armor, because I don't want to be that crude. I just you know, I don't want the shop to continue. Where I think we're gonna need 4 stacks of this, which we actually had. Oops. Just need to head back to the community workshop and crush these down. Back up here, let's craft ourselves a... Oh. Do I have another stack? I mean, we're making a big boom. Ooh, just shy, but I do have another 5. I'm gonna have 63. Wow, 63 TNT explosion then. Just gonna need a pressure plate, and I think their floor is spruce, so I think I'm gonna make a spruce one. Okay, I don't see anyone over there. I'm just gonna mosey on down. And how many diamonds have they meant? 10? I mean, will they see that? Maybe they'll think that someone just added a door thing. Yeah, that's okay. That's the spot. This is the spark right here. So let's see what we can do down. Ooh, don't want to make sure that we hide it all as well. But if we run some redstone right underneath here, we go over this way. We got to set a pretty big charge underneath the vault, because we don't want them keeping their stock. I'm pretty sure I can run something like that. But I would imagine I'm pretty far away now. So if we line either edge of this with TNT for the initial boom, that should blow up most of the shop, I'd imagine. Where Oh, we definitely want it forking off underneath this way. But here, we can even hide some TNT in the roof, as you're not going to be able to see that. Make sure that all of this goes boom. And then they're probably going to be standing round about here. So this is where we're going to have the main blast. Because obviously, we want to kill them. Pretty sure everything should be activated once, nearly, at least. 2 more here, just for good luck. Okay, everything should be connected up. Let's give it a... Not give it a try. It's fine. I wasn't actually thinking about giving it a try. I'm not that dumb. Maybe just a little. That. Ooh, and the door was facing this way. Okay. Okay. Wait, first, let's put the door fully back. I'm gonna assume it was like that, maybe. I don't know. And then push a plate there. Close it up and hope they don't notice. They should have noticed that, right? No. I mean, maybe they think it's just a door to close secret door so they don't forget to do that. Yeah, we're gonna hope. We're gonna hope for that. And no. I mean, they didn't even pick up the vault. They can't be that smart. While we wait for Froggy and Blockdown to pop on, I've got to do some work on my base, where I'm going to use a brand new drill to dig out a large enough space behind my locomotive to fit not only the steam wagon, but also a cavern with a place to store and access the items inside of my drill. This here should be enough space both to fit our steam wagons here behind the locomotive and also be a dock for the drill we've just made. And I'm also thinking, because this here should line up pretty well with around here up at this place, because, well, I broke my temporary scaffolding almost entirely, and I really want to get that elevator I've been talking about up and running. Now, we've just got to terraform this space into the rest of the train, starting off with bringing in coarse dirt floor to give us a base to work from. Before then, starting to build up the cavern walls with mostly tough pale moss and acacia logs, but also throwing in a little bit of deep slate and basalt here and there to mix it up that slight little bit. Final thing will be the connecting part, bringing the cavern terrain out and blending it into the rest of the mountainside to complete up the terraforming, which, although barren, is looking good. And while all of my base looks quite barren at the moment, not a tree in sight. Definitely got to fix that. But hey, my channel would look less barren with you as a subscriber. That completes up the cavern for now. I think I'm going to continue it in this direction for when I'm actually assembling the terrain down the line, but not now. First thing I want to do is definitely get the steam engine train in there, which means we're going to need some more train tracks. And I'm also going to need to glue. These don't have any moving elements. These should be actually pretty simple to glue up. Just gonna have to glue from one end right there all the way down to this end. Should be as simple as that. Same thing goes for the second wagon, but this one does need some extra bits, which I think we're gonna get by hand to stick out of the normal shape. But we'll do from there all the way up to here, and then just gotta double check here on the roof where we glue this together, along with that. And that should be everything. Quick, simple test, I think, is, yeah, 4 bogies and assemble. Oh boy, I forgot about the water. Should really install a barrel here to get rid of this, or, well, to store the water. Let's assemble this again. And keep doors closed. Okay, the doors are all hooked up as well, which is a great sign, and that doesn't look too weird. Now, how far can we relocate this? I'm gonna just run a track right next to this guy. Remember how long this train is. I hope that will be enough. Yep. Okay, good. And then we break this piece of track, and we are gonna need this train station to disassemble this train as well. Oh, I forgot to remove the wood. Oopsies. What we can do now is we can run this track out, getting it positioned on top of there, and that's the steam engine wagon. That's the cart. Okay, perfect. Pretty sure we just have to move this train a single block, which we can do by setting up a little train station here, because we are going to disassemble it as well. And ooh, Blockdown's just joined. Close all the doors. Disassemble train, and everything returned to normal. Okay. Oh, oops. Forgot we need to click on that block. We need to go to the opposite side of that. And we make sure that that's powered on. Pull this crank. That should start up the engines themselves. We can then open that up, close that door, and, well, as soon as we supply the lava, this should work. I guess we should do that now, which shouldn't be too big of a challenge, as I've already got an infinite lava pool hooked up to my andesite factory all the way from spawn, so just need to pull the pipe the final bit of the way to the steam engine train as well.
Dude, I bet we have made so many diamonds at the iron shop.
Dude, we are so rich. I can feel it.
I guess technically Rifo's rich, but you know what's his is ours, right?
Yeah, no, so true. Now that he works for us.
Yeah. Right, wait. Have you taken diamonds out of this?
I can't. You own it.
Oh, there's only 10 diamonds in there.
There's none in the barrel. We're maybe over here?
I feel like we
What?
would have made more money than this. Maybe like in the
Yeah.
maintenance area?
Yeah.
Oh!
What was that?
Oh!
What was that?
No, 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 no! No! Oh!
Oh my god. Did it work? I'm assuming. Oh, that's pretty broken. Oh. I was scared it wasn't going to get most of the roof. I mean, granted, I did put a few extra bits in the roof after that, and I guess it didn't really get that roof over there, but I think it's safe to say that their business is somewhat dismantled. Hi.
You did
Oh, where is he? Oh, there he is. You are a real piece of work, sir.
Can you really say that it wasn't deserved?
this? It wasn't deserved. That was mean.
I mean,
Just
that
got
is
to 100 levels.
destructive.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys are also being destructive.
Who
Robbing.
was destructive? We didn't destroy
thievery,
anything.
Heisting.
That's not.
It
That
wasn't even
wasn't-
our shop. You see the branding? It's all Rofo, not us.
Yeah. It was,
Yeah, and Rofa
Rofo's
had
statue
no
was in there.
idea about it.
Oh, you talked to Rofo about it?
Yeah.
I think we
knew
could.
we shouldn't
I
have
think we
brought
could.
him into the fold.
And then I might have talked to Beardy,
Uh,
who got a fake horse.
That's not true. That was the real horse that we
I
Yeah,
know.
did you see
I
the name of
remember.
it? You
I
seen the
saw
name
the
of it?
horse. I saw the horse, Froggy. We saved the horse together. That was not the same horse, Froggy.
Yes, it was, Stam. Yes, it was. That's the horse that was meant over at my house this whole time.
Mm-hmm. Safe to say he didn't really hold you two in high regards, especially not with the threat of a baby chicken.
I mean, good to know. Good to know.
I didn't threaten him with a baby chicken.
No, I did.
Oh.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, it worked pretty well, actually.
I mean, you know that guy's a pirate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
and he was really excited to me, actually.
I'm sure he was.
He said, Stam deserves this.
In fact, like, come to think of it, this whole thing was actually his idea.
Yeah, no, I'm not buying that because he went over here to buy iron because he didn't even take any iron for himself.
You've been staking out the iron shop.
Yeah.
Low-key, not a cool move, dude.
It's not a cool move of you two stealing
You know
my
what?
iron either.
Take that. Keep that as a reminder of what you've done.
Lost a lot of things here. Doesn't even
Yeah.
say how you died. That's sad.
Oh. Still a
I'm not-
little memento for you.
I'm not giving you mine. You don't deserve it.
It's fine. I have your head.
This was really pretty, but now it's not. I guess we should clean it up, block down. Oh my god, all the blocks are gone. Wait,
Oh, I'll get to work.
Have fun, you two. I'm gonna go work on my cave.
no one cares.
Thieves.
You just blew me up. What? I'm supposed to be nice?
Right. Well, that was satisfactory. And I've nearly got the lava hooked up as well. I was just wrapping up. Yeah, I might have taken some of the iron back. Do I need the iron? No. But I don't really want them having it. They'll just go open another shop. Anyways, we need a pump round about here. Don't really know exactly where, but that should do. Although if we have this a few more blocks back, which definitely should be fine, that's going to be way easier to hook up to water wheels. We can just have those right there. Oh, and I don't have any water on me. Well, I mean, I don't really need water, do I? Pretty sure these should work anyways. Yep, 128. Let's see. Oh, wait. I know why. Because I don't have this hooked up. Oh, lava goes off there. Okay, wait. Let's see if we can meet it. Oh, and whoop. Yes. So powering them up. Oh, yep. Okay, that means it works also being relocated. That's good to know. And that should be a level 4 boiler on the steam. On a train, not even a steamer. On a train. Oh, that's amazing. And we should also be already filled up these tanks. All right. So that's going to be great. And then in the future, whenever we just want to refill this, when we're out and about, we'll just assemble the train. We'll drive off and we have those fluid interfaces. And obviously it won't have that pipe sticking into it. But that is amazing. Oh, we can get rid of so many water wheels now. But I'm a little lazy to do that. So maybe I won't. For now, though, we've got a bit more work to do in here to make this place nice because, well, we need a home and we need a name for the drill. And, ooh, it seems I used all my gunpowder to make TNT. So I don't have any rockets anymore. And I do not think I have any spare. Oopsies, maybe I didn't think this through. Put together a couple of things here to just help me out. And I think this should be enough to get a offloading system and our elevator set up at least. And then, well, we need to throw in some more detail. But first, let's start with our
storage. But I think we're just gonna go pretty easy with this, and we're gonna remove a couple of blocks here and create ourselves a big old red shipping container, as that one standing out a little bit from everything else in here. Get that extended over. Probably a good thing that that is max size. And then we can grab a few other things, which allows us to set up a quick little packager system here to bring items out of this with the stock ticker, and we'll get a little seat for a little guy right there. Then let's grab our shafts, which obviously need to run into this, so I guess we'll do that right there. And from there we can grab our card assembler, and I think that's going to line up. Now I just need to think, wait, which side did I have it on? Just in case it is in the side, let's power that. Oh, perfect. Then we unpower this. That places on down in the world. We go ahead and fix these. We need to do that this once, and then we should be fine. One of these in, and as far as I know, as long as I only power one of these sides, it should only pick up one of them. It doesn't. Okay, good to know, because if I now pick you up... Oh, okay, no. It does, okay. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Why is it doing this? Okay, maybe we only have one of these on the ground. Why? Why is it rotating? Oh, man. Oh, no. This is going terribly. Okay, now it's in the correct rotation again, and now it places in the correct direction. Okay, I don't even know. I think I'll have those right there, and I'm just gonna keep the card assembler a block to the left. Okay, got that hooked up to this water wheel up here now as well, and perfect. We are having items move in here. Just need a little stock keeper where... Oh, sheep. You will do perfect. Where... Oh, we have a lot of cobblestone and deep slate. Yeah, I'm gonna have to weigh some sort of system to burn that. I'm thinking maybe some levers on the side here just to shoot them down into lava. Where I only have one at the moment, so maybe we just set up a filter to filter out both cobblestone and deep slate. Just gonna fire that up, and then that should help flush the system. But I do also need a little bit of deep slate in my storage. Well, actually, for what we're gonna build next, which is the elevator shaft.
Heading up to the top to start this digging into the mountainside, before switching to going vertically down, creating the elevator shaft down to the cavern below. Some of the deep slate I grabbed earlier I can now use to stack myself back up, forming some basic walls. Where I definitely think this is quite an ideal spot for this to line up to. And I think for the actual elevator itself, I'm going to just grab a bunch of zinc, and I should have a stone cutter on me alongside a few different wood bits. Actually, I could use with a couple more of those. Where I'm going to build this at the bottom as... Oh, well, I'd have to remove this wall anyways. Oh, and the walls are up there aren't even in place. Then we're building at the top. Where the first thing we need to put down is, of course, our redstone contacts, which are going to be going right here. Just need to face each other. Then a slab to stand on. And to make sure that this doesn't actually go into the wall and scrapes against it, I'm going to use some of my new favorite block, the Copycat half-stacked layers, right along here, just to leave a 2-pixel gap on either side, except, well, that side. A couple of corner slices to place in here to get a similar length. I know that the bottom there is a little further down, but I think that's fine. Maybe that's the stopping pegs when it gets down to the bottom. Here's what I could actually do to make that slightly less, is just have this one smaller, and also gives it a nice little shape. Then I want to use some of the stripped wood here, and for that I'm thinking a couple of walls alongside a couple of fences. So we can have those, then we can have these on top of that, putting our stripped wood inside of them before utilizing some normal fence gates and fences on top here just to bring this structure together. Where I don't really think we need a door or anything, since we can't really fall. Do, however, need a contraption controls, and I think I'm just gonna grab a little bit of dark oak just to make this slightly more interesting. This is really nothing special at all. It is literally just a little mine elevator. That is where the elevator can connect to, and then we can just give a little ring atop here just so that that doesn't look terrible. And I mean, it works, right? It's nothing special, but I don't think it has to be anything special either. Now, the important thing is, before we get any further with building, we have to assemble this because, well, if I were to just build the walls here, those are going to connect, and then that's going to be how the actual thing looks. And then, no thank you. So for that, we're going to need an elevator, which I've actually gone ahead and made. And that is going to go right up here, facing that direction probably. And this needs to connect to power. I know we have just built a steam wagon today, but I want this running when I leave spawn. So I can't really connect it up to that. So instead, the water wheels. When in doubt, water wheels is the way. And I don't actually remember how much power this uses, so hopefully this will be enough. And well, I also have enough precision mechanisms right now to go. I'm just gonna make one of these. Oh, I can't wait for some actual automation once we move out to our base. I have on purpose not automated too much here, and I do want to automate more than last season. And well, I don't want to be spending all my diamonds at Chosen's shop again, because I have a slight feeling that he is gonna make a shop that I'm gonna want to spend diamonds at. I'm assuming the one water wheel is gonna be enough though, with that little distraction. So 16. Can I spin you at 128? No, 64. All right, that's just gonna have to be enough. Should be. How fast do I really want to be going? Anyways, that's glued together. We just click that, turns it into one of these. Actually, we do M for mountain, and then keep doors closed. Flying down, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I never got the redstone contact down at the bottom, which we can just place in right at the corner here, where this is going to be a cavern, which means we should hopefully be able to hop in here. Click on that. It's not the fastest. It's very dark, but we enter the cavern, which is also very dark. Right. At least the elevator works, and you know, we could always... Okay, I'm gonna add a second water wheel already. I know that I'm gonna be not using that at the current speed, so let's just add a second one, making it run at 128 instead. But let's send that down to the bottom so that we have a little bit of space to work with here. We're taking a bit of tuff, some bubble coral, and mostly cobblestone. I can create set walls for a super simple structure. Throwing on a brick granite roof for a tiny bit of color. Where, just to wrap this up, I don't think we're going to have a door or anything. I think I'm just going to go with a little mud brick trim here, and definitely some light here on the inside, as well as just cleaning this up the tiniest bit. I feel like we can just have that, some torches, pretty simple, and a little button just to call the elevator back up, which is decently fast now. Oh yeah. Definitely enough. Well, with our elevator working now, I think it's time to fix this space up. But before I get working on that, Chosen did just pop online, and I've got myself a question to ask him.
Hello.
That's not...
Uh-huh.
He's a little threatening.
Yeah, he's a friend.
He's a friend, you sure?
Yeah, so is this one. Yes, very nice. What's up?
You've been busy. Jeez. I don't know, I'm not surprised, to be fair.
This is my starter workshop.
I know. It's advanced. What more is there to do, Chosen?
Oh, this. Yes. This.
Do I even want to know?
This. Oh, let's go this way.
Oh.
I just worked on this. Yes. I got new paths. Ow.
Hello,
Frick, dude, he hit me from all the way over here.
Ooh, silos.
Yes. Oh, I'm so glad that we have these.
Oh, they are nice.
Yes, it is so good. Anyways, yes, this is the thing that's even more advanced.
Yeah, no, I've seen. I've seen this.
Actually, just added a new module. It makes these things up at the top.
So when's the shop ready? When can I spend my life savings here?
Soon. I'm gonna put it on the very top floor this season. But it's gonna be like a penthouse up there.
Gotta have some bigger buffers then.
Longer. Make bigger buffers. Exactly.
I mean, if you have some bigger buffers, then it should be fine.
I did find a solution to crafting certain things, and it's insanely fast.
Is it using the vanilla crafter?
So I might. Yes.
It is.
This thing is faster than a mixer.
Yeah, definitely. Anyways, I actually did come for some advice, or to look at something, because I've heard that you made a drill that places torches.
Yes.
How does that work?
It works with this, with a very specific schematic and quill. We need somewhere rather flat, like at least like a 9x9 flat area, give or take.
Oh yeah. Come with me. Wait, I don't think Chosen has a lighter.
There's a very specific pattern. Which is funny because when I built mine, I didn't do it this way, but I was told shortly after, this is how you do it. Doesn't matter what orientation you build your schematic in, but you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in a diagonal.
Okay.
On a grid. And then you take your schematic, select both corners, and then you create your schematic with it. So there's the schematic in Quill.
Okay.
And then you name it like torches. Torch placer, and then you got to use this fancy thing, and you got to load a schematic from your schematic.
Do you need this back,
that, or you can use mine.
All right, this is my drill, and then this is the deployer that I want placing it. So do I just put this in here, or what do I do?
Yes, this goes in the where you normally filter items. It just goes in that slot.
Wait,
after you've placed it down first.
Okay, so is it
like,
important
set the
where I place it?
schematic. It just has to be placed.
And then I put it in there.
Yep, and then it should just work no matter where you place it now.
So if I just send this off out here then. Oh, sick.
Yep.
Yay. All right. Thank you, Chosan.
Yeah, no problem. Slime boots, by the way, don't break crops. I'm gonna crawl my way back home, I guess.
Have fun. I mean, you can use the chain conveyors, although Beardy apparently didn't allow you to be hooked up to that, so gotta chat with him about that. All right, toodles.
Bye.
Which looks pretty good. Just threw in a bunch of industrial iron, some lamps, and a little bit of decoration around, and I do quite like this space now. And of course, the most important part, we can access all of the things we mine, and ooh, we got 2,400 chuff in here. I might not even need a tough farm. Although, considering how many diamonds Beardy made last season from the tough farm he made, granted, most of those diamonds were from me, but we are more people on. Even though no one's online right now, so hopefully I can make some diamonds this year by selling tough. Unfortunately, I haven't sold a single piece of andesite, and even though we got robbed, I think today has been quite successful. The final piece of my moving starter base has been built. Just a few things left to do, such as building the entire mountain before I can set up for the unknown. And well, that is all that I have time for today. And once again, we are getting so close to 100k subscribers, and I don't even saying this just feels unreal. So thank you so much, everyone. And well, if you want to see me get there and you haven't subscribed yet, yeah, consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton, and well, you'll be helping me reach a lifelong goal of mine. But anyways, that is it for me. So as always, thank you to all of my supporters, and thank you to you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.